If you're a creative person, you know the struggle, right? You make amazing things, but how in the world do you get noticed? Well, today we're diving into the game-changing answer from a modern classic, Austin Kleon's Show Your Work. It's basically a guide for getting your creativity seen in this crazy digital age.
And this is the question. It's the one that keeps so many talented people up at night. You put in all the hours, you perfect your craft, but is just being a genius in a bottle actually enough to get the attention your work deserves? And right there, Austin Kleon gives a flat-out, hard no. Being good is only half the equation. If you want people to find you, you've got to be findable. You have to be seen. It's as simple and as complicated as that.
So this brings us to the fundamental problem the book is trying to solve. You know that idea of the lone genius? The one who toils away in secret and then, bam, reveals a masterpiece? Kleon says that's a myth, and honestly, it's a pretty damaging one. So what exactly is this book? Well, it came out back in 2014, and it's a guide for creatives of all stripes. But here's the really radical idea that changes everything. Stop waiting for some perfect, finished thing. Instead, Kleon argues you should be documenting and sharing the entire journey of how you make what you make. And that idea, that's the book's entire philosophy right there. It's about a huge mindset shift. Think about your process, not just the final product. It means letting people in on the behind-the-scenes stuff, the sketches, the mistakes, the little breakthroughs, all of it.
The book kind of breaks this down into a few big ideas. First, and this is huge, just start. Seriously, don't wait until you feel ready or have some grand identity figured out. Second, like we said, focus on the process. You'd be surprised how interesting your day-to-day work is to other people. And third, share something small every single day. That consistency is what builds an audience and really creates a connection. This quote just nails it. See, sharing your work isn't about bragging or being arrogant. It's about being generous. When you find something cool, a new technique, an amazing article, you share it. You're not just promoting yourself, you're letting people learn right alongside you. Okay, so that's the why, but what about the how? How do you actually do this stuff? Well, Kleon lays out some super clear, practical rules to put this whole philosophy into action. And look, these aren't really a checklist. They're more like a strategy for being a generous creator. Be a fan first is about creating this whole ecosystem where you celebrate other people's work and everybody wins. Then wear your amateurism on your sleeve. That flips the script on having to be an expert. Just by sharing what you're learning, you become way more relatable and people trust you more. And that connects right to finding your knuckleballers, as he calls them, the people who just get your unique style. It's about building a community, not just racking up followers. And of course, always give credit where it's due and just have the grit to not quit before your work has a real chance to find its people. Okay, but let's be real. No book is perfect, right? To give you the full picture, let's take a balanced look at what makes Show Your Work so great and maybe where it falls a little bit short. So on the plus side, its strengths are super clear. It's incredibly inspiring, it's a really quick and easy read, and it champions the process above all else. It gives you real concrete steps to just start sharing. But on the flip side, some of the advice can feel a little surface level. It's not a super deep dive, and it's not tailored to, say, a photographer versus a writer. And hey, if you're looking for tips on how to actually make money from your art, you're not going to find them here. So, with all that in mind, we get to the big question. Is this book for you? Should you read it? Okay, so who's going to get a ton out of this? Well, if you're an aspiring creative, a student, or you're launching some new project, it's a must-read. It's an amazing motivator. But if you're already an established creator, you've got a big following, or you're hunting for really specific technical advice for your field, you might find you already know a lot of this stuff. So, the final rating? A solid 4.5 out of 5. For the person it's aimed at, the creative trying to find their footing in our super connected world, it is absolutely a must-read. It's kind of like the book that gives you the permission you didn't even know you needed to just start sharing. And that leaves us with one final thought, one question to take with you. This isn't about revealing some perfect masterpiece tomorrow. It's about right now. So what's one small thing, a sketch, a line of code, an interesting link, just a thought that you can share today?